yesterday, we were abruptly debanked by PayPal. So we just had an email in the September of 22 saying that due to the nature of our activities, our service with them was being terminated, and it was an account that I held to collect supporter donations for us, for them. So it was a bit of a shock, really, and quite stressful. And of course, about 6 months or a year after that, it came to light we'd also been monitored by the counter disinformation unit.
Yeah. So, and now you've somehow got them to admit that this is what happened and why they did so.
Yeah, I mean, it's taken, what are we in now, 2025, so 2 years, over 2 years to get anything out of them. So, as you would expect at the time, we were quite shocked and went back to them and said, why? They didn't really tell us anything then. We did learn at the same time, if you remember, the Free Speech Union, so Toby Young's organisation, and a few other accounts, Law or Fiction, one of the legal accounts that had been also questioning certain lockdown policies. They had been debanked by PayPal at the same time. So it looked to be, to do with that, possibly coordinated, but they didn't really give us anything else. In the end, a large group of parliamentarians intervened, and the Financial Conduct Authority also got involved. So the account was reinstated a few weeks later. But obviously there was an almighty press furore about free speech and debanking in the meantime. And really, we've just been trying to get information ever since, because we don't think it is right so that organisations should be able to be debanked for undisclosed, secret, seemingly political motivations, which is what we thought had happened to us. And these documents, which have been teased out through pre-action legal proceedings, seem to indicate that we were right.
Yeah. So, I mean, your terrible opinions have been since vindicated, right?
Yeah, I mean, yes. So in particular, and I should say actually, we still don't think that we have the full information from PayPal. So they have given us it looks to be a very partial response. It's not clear whether PayPal were acting off their own account or whether government may have been involved. We certainly know that government were involved, of course, with the counter disinformation unit. That was a government unit. So it's not a complete stretch to imagine that there may have been pressure on payment providers to censor, people that were taking a dissident lockdown stance. But as you say, what we were saying at the time has been proved absolutely correct. I think I'm right in saying on all our campaigns. So we argued against school closures, we argued against the masking of children, and we questioned the rollout of the vaccination to children. Now, certainly in respect of the first of those, it is now, I think, beyond any doubt that school closures and masking of children was just disastrously harmful interventions for
Absolutely.
children.
My children are incredibly thick.
Many parents share. Yeah. But unfortunately they know the impact that particularly masking's had on speech and language, and I think there are very few people that would stand behind school closures in 2025. So yeah, I mean, it just shows, doesn't it, how fluid the concept of mis and disinformation is, and why we need to, within lawful limits, let people express opinions.